Hi guys, hello dudes and dudettes again. Thank you for tuning into the Uncut episode 2. Let's call this episode 1 because I think the first one is more of an intro and just a bunch of shenanigans and circles. But now we're getting into it. Now we're really getting our hands dirty and we're getting into the real mess. So welcome to the Sit and Cat, where we peel back the layers and try and figure out what the mess, you guys. How did we get here, and how can we make corrections, or how can we make things better than they are? We're here to build a utopia, guys. We're not here to take a long time. We're just here to build a utopia as conveniently as we can and as fast as we can. So stay tuned for today's episode. Woo! Well, okay, so let's get into it. Today's episode is a really interesting one. The episode is, drumroll. Okay, I won't do the sound effects for you. I won't do. I am sorry. What was that? Anyway, today's episode is the Hustling Baddie, Financial Freedom in Kenya's Complex Reality. I believe that's relatable. I go through this every day. So let's get into it, yeah? I believe everybody goes through these things every day, especially baddies. This is all for baddies. I'm sorry, I had to be biased on my first episode because I'm a girl, man. Let's talk about girls first before we now go to more complex and more broad topics. Baddies, shout out to everybody. Girl, shout out to you from the Sit and Cat. We love you, babe. And thank you for tuning in. We are here to talk about now the financial freedom in Kenya and its complex reality, but now in the perspective of a girl babe, because we're all just girls. We're all just girls, but we have to tap in now. We have to tap in. Let's do a quick reality check. Okay? The economy is not doing so well. I keep saying that because I believe we've had better days than this. 1,000 bob would have gone a really long way 10 years ago. Right now, it's pocket change, you guys. I don't understand. And then, two, there's also the issue of unemployment. This thing has been on us like leeches, bro. For the longest time ever, unemployment has, since I was like in primary school when we were doing social studies and writing those things, unemployment was always an answer for one of the questions. I don't know how, but in all the 60 questions, the social studies, lazima kuwe na answer unemployment hapo mahali, because that's how bad the situation is. Like, things are not easy. We tend to believe sometimes that things could be better, but it's good to give ourselves hope. But once in a while, when we do a reality check, a quick one, bro, what? There's literally no jobs for us. There's none. It's crazy. We need to get to working. We need jobs. We need something to keep us busy and also something to help us fund our daily lives, you guys. And that's an issue. That's a serious issue. And then we also have challenges like, we also have issues like, how capitalism is a thing. It's an actual thing, you guys. It's not a concept. It's not a construct. You will go to places where you work like a dog. A whole dog, bro. And for what? Just to get by. For real. Just to get by. You have to walk for miles. Okay, no, not for miles like that. You get the gist, bro. You'll have to push yourself to the limits for some of these occupations, for some of these corporate jobs, for some of this, even your own business. Yeah, you will do the most to get the best results, but sometimes, the situation is very different and difficult. So there's a lot of things we have to think about in the construct of having you being a hustling baddie in a very difficult setup, in a very difficult situation. It's not just for the baddies, by the way. This also goes out to the kings, the tall and the short kings. Shout out to figure out that it's the same. It's the same situation for most of us. Yes, we have a lot of commonalities when it comes to the challenges of being a hustler or trying to get the bag in a situation where it's very hard. So despite that, let's go straight to the things. The things that now the mess that we're trying to figure out what the hell. Now, having these difficult situations and having circumstances that we are beyond our control and are not working for us, there's something that starts to creep in. And this is a wicked... We said we're not gonna curse. Oh my God, don't make me curse. This is a wicked thingy. Let me call it thingy. It's called desperation. And some of the things we're doing out here because we're desperate for money, guys, hold the brake. Hold up. Thank God to a certain level, yeah. I try and avoid and block myself out of some of these things, but they still creep in eventually. You get to hear about them. Like, I don't know why baddies these days, not all of them, just the ones who are like, I don't know which rules you guys are following. There's a guide for being a baddie. It's supposed to be universal, okay? Now, as a baddie, why are we begging? We are begging for money. We are begging for money. Actually, show. Hey, actually seen this. Can you guys have some grace? And we actually saw this on social media. I don't know who posted it. Shout out to whoever posted it. Like, we have a lot of pretty pang babes out here. Baddies for real, gang. But like, they're begging. Why are you begging? By the way, with this, umeenda shule, umeenda Raima, umeenda high school, you're intelligent for you to cross all those levels. And then now you're even in campus, ushamaliza campo. Campo, unajua back in the day, for you to get to campus, it was a big deal. I don't know what changed. There's a lot of factors. That's a topic for another day. But with the changes now, more people can access the university, I guess. Achana na vile Ruto ametoa coups na sijui nini. But them siseme nimesema. Mimi niliona tu. Don't kill the messenger. Like, I guess it's a bit more expensive now. Now people are going through that challenge now for real. But like, umeenda shule, umepata degree yako, ama you're still working on it, you're an intelligent girl, you can think outside the box. Why are we begging men for money? It's a very bad look for us as baddies, man. We're out here looking fine, flyer than the airport, okay? And then we're broke. We don't have money. Yes, the situation is bad, but we can still think outside the box, you people. We don't have to cross principles and values, and we don't have to do all that just for money. But where do you know? All these things, you found them here, you will leave them here. Imagine you found them here, you will leave them here. Yeah? So I think it's a better idea for you to create a space for the eternal life. The eternal life where we all want to go. I want to go for sure. They're not gonna accept me if I start now crossing some boundaries just for some thousands or some hundreds. Hata hizo kitu ndio unaona kununua surely. Wewe unadhani itaishi milele? Si utaitumia umalizane na ama whatever you buy, bro, it's not gonna be there eternally. It's not eternal. So I don't know why we're fighting for, as much as it's important, I don't know why we're fighting for it like that. You guys, this is a bad look. It's a bad look. I'm not even gonna go deeper. I think that you can now analyze what I just said according to your situation or according to your understanding. That's all up to your judgment. I said it in a very brief and I believe comprehensible state. So take it. So let's quit with the desperation, man. Let's quit with the desperation. You're intelligent. You can. There's multiple ways so you can get some money. Tap in. Or even pray, ask God to show you. Imagine He'll show you. But don't go through some devious ways to get money. Are you really proud of how you're getting money? Ever ask yourself that question. If you're proud of how you're getting money, then you're doing something right, I guess. But don't be subjective to your own understanding. Imagine if now somebody is looking from the outside. Now you look from the outside. Don't look from the outside. Jangala to Kanjo Julie's like, babe, is this sustainable? Is how I'm making money sustainable? Can I live like this for the rest of my life? If you can't, start to think about yourself severely. Severely. Imagine you have to have this, what are they called? Interventions with yourself. You need to ukae chini ujiongeleshe, ujiulize maswali important and come to a conclusion that benefits you, not just you in the present. You also have to sacrifice for your future self. So you might do something that might please you now, but it's a short-term pleasure, so you don't make your future self proud. And at the end of the day, we're always working to make our future selves proud, so that you can look back and see, yeah, but if I didn't do some of these things, yeah, I wouldn't have gotten here. And I'm proud of the sacrifices I made in the past to get here. Because eventually, bro, as much as the resources are limited, God is not like that. You also have to be very desperate for a rational reason to think God is wicked. For you to get to the point where you think God is wicked. Don't do that. Don't do that. Don't get to that point. You gotta have faith at the end of the day, you guys. There's this Baddie we can't relate right now like directly, but we can take a few notes from her. She's been a genius in the marketing industry, and she said she didn't have a specific strategy to get there. She got there purely out of faith and intuition. Girls, let's tap in. We're divine, you guys. God sends us these things. We just don't maybe pay enough attention. We need to pay attention. Pay attention. Tap in. I'm also trying to tap in. We can do this. We can definitely do this. Nobody said it was gonna be easy. But it's not unachievable. Don't let your limited experiences define your future expectations. There's so much out there, you guys. It's all about exposure. There's so much out there. And if God put those desires in your heart, He knows they're achievable. He's not crazy. He's a good God, trust me. And like I said, don't be that desperate to start coming up with weird conclusions. Stay optimistic. Think pink. Think pink, you guys. Think pink. We can make these situations better by first changing our attitudes to some of the things we've normalized. It's not normal for babes to beg. It's not normal for people to get free things. There's nothing free, you guys. Imagine. Oh my God. Maybe some people will not like that, but I'm still gonna say it anyway. It's just my opinion, and I believe my opinion is like almost right all the time, I guess. So, hakuna kitu ya bure, you guys. Hakuna. Wake up in the morning, take a shower, jitume. Hakuna mtu mwingine atakutuma. Nobody's gonna tell you to brush your teeth. You tell yourself to brush your teeth. Otherwise, you're gonna be looking out here crazy. Nobody tells you to don't leave the house looking like a mess. Leave the house looking decent. You tell yourself that. Kila siku ni kujituma, man. Make sure you take a milestone of your vision every day. And if it's not gonna be a lot, however you're gonna quantify it, that's all up to you. It's relative. It could be maybe just selling one bottle of coconut oil, maybe like for me. That's a milestone. I've done something for my business, you know. It could be something bigger, like for others. It's relative. I don't know your situation. You analyze and now figure it out. Because now I can't really know what your situation is unless you tell me. But you are open to discussing anything in the comment section. But just keep it relevant, you guys. Let's not go overboard there. That's a decent place. I want to pray for it and make it a sacred place on top of that. Anyway, so we can make the situation better by changing our attitudes. Let's stop normalizing the things that we definitely know. That's just a bit harder to hear. Maybe it's because of the tone we're being told. But let me try and tell you this in a good tone. Let me do this. Take two. change your attitude, babes and boys. Change your attitude. Yeah, Greece wasn't built in a day. For you to see that nice car on the road and you look at the driver warning him, unajua he didn't get that car in one day. Yeah. And then number two, this kind is the best. There is no free things, you guys. Hakuna vitu za bure. Wapenzi watazamaji. Don't you dare want to learn this the hard way. Some of us learned this the hard way and we do not appreciate how hard the lesson was. It was a straight knockout. So, take it from me, by the way. Let me speak for myself. I am Lorna and I endorse this message, you guys. Don't take free things. Don't take free things. Or if you do, just think about the consequences. You make choices and they have consequences. So think about those consequences. So we can always do something to try and shift some of these things we're hearing. I also had a trending video of an Uber guy saying he's quit Uber because he's seen too much. You guys, what did you do? What did you guys do? You guys are out here traumatizing Uber drivers for real. To the point where they're like, you know what? We're not gonna crash. They're like, you know what? To hell with this situation. I'm done. I don't want to drive them hose no more. And I'm pretty sure it's just for a quick buck. Pesa ya haraka acha nikwambie vile umeipata ni vile inatoka mbio. Ana utajua ulitumia pesa na nini walai. Kuna pesa zingine hazijabarikiwa, hazina baraka, you guys. Hazina, just let it go. Let it go, sisters and brothers. You really don't have to. Don't have to. Yeah. And then we also have now stories of, I don't even want to get into these stories, honestly. You know what we'll be doing? We'll be just sharing them there at the comment. I know you've seen them. There are many. People can learn even from your story. You know how you took something free, and then a boomerang. So yeah, I didn't want to talk a lot. I like to go straight to the point, brief, precise. Tumaliza kitu haraka. We're not here for a long time. We're here for a good time. Okay, you guys, we're here for a good time. So if you're gonna take anything from this whole banter, because today it was all about girl talk and, you know, girl babe banter. One, please, I beg you, on behalf of, I don't want to say God, but on behalf of the people who love you, babe, you know, don't be desperate. Don't be that desperate. I know maybe you're contemplating, you know, you're like, you know what, I'm getting to the edge. No. If you think you have it worse, trust me, you don't. There are people who have it worse. That's another, like, inconceivable part about life, you guys. How can somebody have it worse than my situation and I already know how down bad I am? Like how? But it does happen. So if you think you have it worse, just vumilia. Yeah, take heart, vumilia tu kidogo. And then eventually, if one door closes, another one opens. If one window closes, a door opens. There's always opportunity knocking at your door if you're doing something about it. Kama ujitumi, hakuna opportunities zitakuja. Hakuna. So jitume. Number one ni ujitume. Nobody's gonna wake you up in the morning and akwambia go brush your teeth or go take a shower. Wanda unajiambia. So it all starts with that basic step. So if you're doing already the basic step, shout out to you and now try and get to now level 2 or level 3. Because it's achievable. It's achievable. Don't let your limited experiences, yes, define your future. Please. Oh, stay open-minded. And then 2, don't be desperate. You guys, desperation will take you to the depths of hell. Desperation will carry with it all the gooey, sticky, nastiest things you can ever think of. Just because you are desperate. Don't be desperate. Vumilia, man. Life ni kuvumilia. See, that song wasn't just for the men. It was also it was for everybody. Everybody. Tuvumilia tu kidogo, and we think of how we can make this situation better for each and every one of us, independently, individually. Jiite mkutano. Kama nimeguza roho. Kama nimeguza mahali. Abu, sit down and think about it. Try and find sustainable resources, sustainable avenues of income. Money that you can be proud of. Okay? Pay for your nails one time, pay for your hair. Do your necessary self-care and pay it for yourself. It comes with a different level of pride and joy and fulfillment. So if you want to live life in its fullness, in its full being, make the necessary sacrifices and make the right choices. Okay? So we're all hustling baddies. Corporate has a lot of issues. We're gonna get into that very, very soon. That's a very juicy conversation, by the way, you guys. I will start telling me what I should say. I need content. Kukaba peke yangu si rahisi. But thank you for tuning in. I'll see you next time. The Sit and Cut, where we peel back the layers and try and figure out what the mess and how can we make the situation better. So I'll see you guys next time. Episode 3 coming on. Let me not snitch. I said I'm not a snitch. Coming soon to you. Bye.